Hi lovelies, and welcome here for another mindful minute. In last week's video, we talked about sitting with uncertainty and not always feeling like we needed to know what was going to happen or what was coming, but to sit with that feeling of not knowing and not try to have control over situations. And so I had a few moments this week where I got to practice that, where emotions came up that were really, really strong. And I was able to pause and actually recognize that in that moment, I really wanted to be reactive. So it wasn't being reactive out of no control. It was an active choice that I wanted to make. And I think part of that is because us reacting in anger when we've been hurt or we feel hurt makes us feel like we have a bit of control, which makes the hurt feel less hurtful. But reacting in anger is the opposite of having control, right? It starts us down that spiral of stories being attached to what is happening and the emotions kind of piggybacking on each other. And so in those moments, when we can recognize that we have the choice to be reactive or not, to just be able to sit with it and go, okay, I don't want to be reactive and have my emotions control my life. I want to be able to just feel the feelings and keep on going. So today's practice is going to be another one with some more movement. We're going to practice the yoga cat-cow pose. I really like this one as a quick movement because it moves your entire spine. So from your tip of your tailbone all along your back up to the crown of your head, right? It creates that nice movement which helps relax any tension that you're holding in your shoulders or in your back. I also really like it because it creates that space in that diaphragm area. So as you breathe in, you're opening that chest area for the diaphragm to be able to do its thing. And then as you curve it under, you're helping it push all of the air out. So it's a really good exercise for relaxing. We're going to start with a seated position. So 1 foot in front, 1 foot in top, both sit bones down even. A straight line up from the tip of your tailbone up to the crown of your head. And we're just going to gently blink our eyes closed here. And we're just going to notice that breath coming in. Notice which parts expand. And then as you exhale, relax everything back down. Good. Take another deep inhale in. Notice which parts of your body are moving. And then on the exhale, relax. We're going to inhale again, this time specifically expanding from your belly button coming out, that lower rib cage expanding front and back, side to side, up and down. Then as you exhale, making sure those shoulders drop and relax down, the chest comes in and that belly button comes in towards the spine again. Inhale, the belly button comes out first, lower rib cage expands. And then as you exhale, everything relaxes back. And we feel that belly button come into the spine. One more breath here, expanding belly button first, lower rib cage. And then exhale it back down. And blink your eyes open. So when we come to the next pose, I want you to really pay attention to that loose abdomen area and the lower rib cage. As you inhale, you always want to be expanding that area. And as you exhale, it's coming back in. And the last thing you feel is that belly button tucking in towards your spine. So we're going to come to a tabletop position. Knees are directly underneath your hips. Hands are directly underneath your shoulders. We're going to start with our tops of our feet on the mat and all 5 fingers spread nice and wide. So as you inhale, you're going to drop the belly button, the tip of the tailbone comes up and the crown of the head comes up. Shoulders are nice and flat, relaxed along your back. As you exhale, tuck the toes, that middle back comes up, tuck the tailbone under and let the head fall in between your arms. Inhale, tops of your feet on the mat, drop the belly button, shoulders come nice and back, crown of the head and tip of the tailbone up. Exhale, tuck the toes, curve it in reverse and let the head just hang. So we're not having tension in our neck, it's just hanging nice and heavy. Inhale, tops of your feet on the mat, drop the belly button, crown and tailbone up. Exhale, tuck the toes. We're being careful not to shift our weight forwards and backwards. Inhale. It's just the spine moving up and down. We're feeling that abdomen and rib cage expand. Exhale. Keep doing this with your own breath. Remember, as you inhale, you're feeling that belly button relax out. And we're shifting the weight not forwards and backwards. It's just coming up into the spine. One more, and then we're going to add on to it. Exhale, press into those hands, tuck the toes, really push that back up, and then come back to neutral. I'm going to take a second to just paddle out the wrists. We're going to bring the right hand out and the left foot back. So now as we inhale, we're going to drop the belly button, bring the heel up, bring the hand up, crown of the head is up. Exhale, bring your toes back to the mat, the hand touches down, curve the spine up. Good. Inhale, drop the belly button, raise the right hand and the left heel. Exhale, bring the toes and the hand back. And again, feel that belly button come in towards your spine. One more. And exhale, bring it back down, curve it under. Come on back to neutral. Hands are underneath shoulders, pedal out the arms. We'll do the other side. So left hand out, right heel. As we inhale, drop the belly button, bring the heel and the hand up. Exhale, hand and toes come to the mat, curve it up. Paying attention to expand that rib cage on the inhale. Exhale, toes and hand to the mat, curve it up. One more. Inhale. Exhale, hand and toes down, curve the spine. And come back to neutral. Pedal out the wrists. We're going to bring our big toes together so that they touch. Spread the knees apart and come on down to a child's pose. So you can come down to forearms here if you would like. You could stay up or forearms, or if it feels good, bring the hands out and bring your forehead to the mat in between. And all we want to do is feel the breath moving along the spine. So as you inhale, it comes down the spine to the tip of your tailbone, and exhale back up. Keep breathing here. Feel the breath moving along that spine. And as you exhale, imagine sinking those hips even deeper into your mat. One more. And exhale. Relax it down. Come on back to tabletop. And we'll come into our seated position. This time, try to do the opposite foot in front or on top. We are very asymmetrical beings, and it will feel a little weird to do the other foot. So wiggle as you need to, and just feel your breath return to normal here. So anytime an emotion has come up, or if you're feeling uncertain, or you just felt yourself wanting to react, feel free to come to this quick movement pose to relax the areas along the spine and really work with that space in the diaphragm area. Thank yourself for taking the time to come to practice today. And as always, thank you for joining me.